Brought to you by 1AAuto.com, your source for quality replacement parts and the best service on the internet.
Hi, I'm Mike from 1AAuto. I hope this how-to video helps you out. And next time you need parts for your vehicle, think of 1AAuto.com. Thanks.
In this video, we're going to show you how to replace a front hub on this 2003 Chevy Monte Carlo. And we show you on the passenger side, but the driver's side is the same procedure. And the items you'll need for this is a new front hub from 1AAuto.com, a 13, 15, 19, and 35 millimeter socket and ratchet with an extension, flat blade screwdriver, a hammer, a torque wrench, and jack stands. Start off by just loosening up these lug nut caps. Now loosen up this 35 millimeter hub nut. And you can see he uses a piece of pipe for some extra leverage. And now we're just going to use some air-powered tools to speed up this process. And you want to remove the hub nut most of the way, but just leave it on a few threads just to have it in place like this. And now you can remove your lug nuts. And if you don't have air-powered tools, you want to loosen these up while the vehicle's on the ground, then raise the vehicle and remove them the rest of the way. If you do have air-powered tools, you can just remove them right here. Now you can just pull your wheel off. Remove the hub nut. Now you just want to pry in on the brake pads, and this will push in the piston on the caliper. And then remove these two 15 millimeter bolts, and we'll just fast forward as Mike does this. And now just pull your caliper up and off. You can just set that aside. Then you want to remove these two 15 millimeter bolts right here. And we'll again fast forward as Mike does that. And now you can just pull your caliper bracket free and then pull your rotor free. And then you want to remove these three 13 millimeter bolts on the back of the hub. Third one's right here. And we'll just fast forward as Mike removes those.
And you will need an extension to get to the bolts. And as well, you want to make sure that you don't do any damage to the rubber boot that's on the CV axle.
And then just hammer on the side of the hub to break it free. It just pulls off. And then put a bolt through, take your new hub, push it back into place on the axle, hang the bracket up on that bolt, and then push the hub back in line with that bolt. And once you have the hub lined up, just tighten up that bolt and replace the other two. And then tighten up all three of them. And then just torque these three bolts to 65 foot-pounds. Slide your new rotor into place, and then just replace a lug nut to hold it into place. Now put the bracket back on, and replace those two 15 millimeter bolts and tighten them up. And now torque these two bolts to 85 foot-pounds. and push your brake pads into place. If these slides were seized up earlier when you removed them, just apply some brake grease to them. And then put your caliper back down into place. And then push those slides back into place on the back. And we'll just fast forward as Mike tightens those up. Now torque these two slides to 75 foot-pounds. Replace your hub nut preliminarily. And then replace your wheel and each of the lug nuts. And you want to just tighten them preliminarily, then lower the vehicle and tighten them the rest of the way. Tighten up the hub nut. And now torque it to 159 foot-pounds. And then torque these lug nuts to 100 foot-pounds in a crossing pattern. And replace your hubcap and tighten up those lug nut caps. Whenever you do any work on the brakes, you want to just pump the brake pedal until it firms up, and then do a stopping test from 5 miles per hour, then 10 miles per hour.
We hope this video helps you out. Brought to you by oneaauto.com, your source for quality replacement parts and the best service on the internet. Please feel free to call us toll free 888-844-3393. We're the company that's here for you on the internet and in person.